And welcome to another brand new episode of Live FX Trading with your host, Peeling Mindset. Welcome to another brand new episode. And we are about to trade a pound yen here. Today's focus pound yen and gold. So we will see what we can do, right? So I was actually looking for buys above 151, 645. And at this point in time, the hourly candle is coming to a close. The hourly candle is going to close in the next 25 minutes. And it looks like 151. 840 could be its first target here. So just give me a second, checking the system for the first few minutes. My friends from the Slack community are jumping in nice and slow. So that's nice. That is nice. So, and hang on a second. All right, let's see. So at this point in time, pound yen is very bullish, and we do have clear traffic on the left hand side. Yesterday's trade of buy, man, it worked out so well. Honestly, so well, so well. Right now, for now, if this hourly candle could finally close bullish, I mean, we do have clear traffic all the way up to here. So 152, 335 could be its ultimate target today. Ultimate target right now. If we actually look into pound yen right now, look at this. Look at the way the previous daily candle actually closed outside, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove most of the drawings I have from like a few days back ago here. Probably that's not going to help. So look at this. Look at the way I drew this roughly drawn channel in pound yen. This daily candle happened to close outside. And this current daily candle is actually leaping up above 151 to 65 at this point in time. Well, the bearish bias was there, and the momentum was carrying on. But if we look into the price action right now, the demand area from the left-hand side, all of these demand area did work out. Price obviously tapped all the way down, moved all the way down. Now, at this point in time, I think this wick on the downside gives me a sign that, you know what, prices do have chance to push up. Now, daily candle today, heavy bullish, has a wick on the bottom. And what day is today? Today is Thursday. So on Thursday, we usually see a lot of volume. So we're going to see what news or what kind of news activity is happening today. So it looks like around 15 minutes before the New York Open, we have monetary policy from Euro. Maybe that's going to give some sort of shock effect in pound. We will see. We'll obviously see. All right. But other than that, I think today there was a pound conference. Somebody was speaking about pound. Ooh, who was it? Oh, yeah, Broadbent. It's the MPC member. And he was talking good things about pound. And it just pumped pound up, right? So the pound pair is retraced down. And it's just like pumping up at this point of time. No pushing, no pulling back. It's just pushing up. So 2-hour candles also closing in the next 22 minutes. Ooh, it's pushing up. It's pushing up. So probably one of the one of the buying situation would have been around after this 30-minute candle close above 151.645. I mean, this candle making its wick on the downside. On the flip, that could have been an entry. Let's see. Hourly candle coming to a close in the next 22 minutes. I think it's going to push through. Look at the candles. Bullish. It's just pushing up. So what's going to happen after 151, 840, right? Let's just have a look. I mean, 151, 840 is a possible rejection area. After 151, 840, I mean, this could be another rejection area. If we look at the further left, 152, 120 could be a rejection area as well, right? Just right here. Just right there. All right, so what I'm going to do is, let's fix this right here. And dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. We got this, and my terminal is up and running. Beautiful. Beauty. Yep, 5-minute candles making a support at this point in time. Yeah, pretty impressive how the conference, after the conference, I mean, so positivity in pound. There's a lot of positivity in pound, right? So it's kind of interesting the way it's moving right now. So what can be a way that I can execute on it, right? I mean, this hourly candle is coming to a close, and I don't want to be part of a retracement. So, yeah, I'm thinking about executing on it. I mean, on the on the 4-hour sort of a perspective, once this 4-hour candle closed bullish with a large wick on the top, obviously the bias was heavily bullish, right? And no second thought on it. So if I was able to show up to the chart around around this time, that would have been lovely in about 31 pips, man. This 4-hour candle is looking so pretty, right? Actually looking so pretty. The bias is still bullish, bullish bias. So I have to see candles making some sort of support on 30-minute. Otherwise, I mean, the next hourly candle is starting, right, in the next 20 minutes. So hopefully if there's any sort of retracement, pullback, I mean, that could give me an opportunity to enter, right? Until then, I am still waiting. I am going to wait. Let me draw my lines on my terminal just so that I can be alert. I can be alert. 151, 645. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Let's have a look at the gold chart too right now. Gold, and see what's happening in gold. Mr. Gold. Let's look at gold from a daily sort of perspective at the first. I mean, look at this. Look at the candles printing a bearish sort of a posture here, right? I mean, there's a higher chance, the way it's been printing, the way it's been rejecting the top at this point in time, there's a higher chance for the candles to push down, isn't it? And if we look into the gold price from a monthly sort of a perspective, the last monthly candle in gold closed bearish, right? Now, what were the chances the next monthly candle could carry some of the characteristics from the closed monthly candle? I mean, there are some of the chances, like 50-60% of the times we see candles like sort of gaining the same characteristics from the past closed brother candles, right? So obviously this brother candle closed bearish. This brother candle, this monthly candle, obviously is coming to its final stages of close. 8 more days left for its close. So it's going to be interesting if this monthly candle is actually going to flip bearish. I mean, on a weekly sort of a perspective, look at the way how we had this bearish sort of a push down, right? Obviously, this could be a relief sort of a rally. Obviously, it could be a relief rally, and right now the prices are trying to continue down. So if this weekly candle could finally close bearish, my bias for the next week and coming weeks are going to be heavily bearish. And that way I can target the targets, the targets on the downside, right? Until then, I mean, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Current daily candle is bearish. Daily candle bearish. And obviously, look at this. These are some of my channels. I was actually playing around with channels. So this channel is not needed. But funny enough, how yesterday my channel sort of analogy, roughly drawn channel sort of analogy, was actually working. It's actually interesting how prices were interacting with the channel. Right now, the 4-hour candle, look at this. So the current 4-hour candle is bearish. I mean, the previous 4-hour candle closed bearish, but with a long wick on the top, long wick on the bottom. But obviously, this 4-hour candle is still bearish. My bias is still bearish. So if we have to go into the 2-hour time frame in gold, look at this. So the current 2-hour candle is also bearish, closing in the next 17 minutes. And there are wicks on the downside, and the prices do have a higher chance of filling that wick, right? So do have a higher chance. So I would love to see push down on gold, man. 100% push down on gold. Let's see. Yep. On an hourly sort of a perspective, man, this could be a target right here. The bottom of the range. That could be the final target for gold today. And gold is actually interacting with the channel several times. It's actually interacting with the channel several times. Ooh. Hourly candle pushing down nice and slow. This is the pre-New York Times. Obviously, we have seen a lot of volume around these times. So look at this. Look at the 15-minute time frame, right? 15-minute time frame actually made some sort of support here. And prices are interacting in about the area of the channel. Look at this. Bounced off of the channel. Bounced off of the channel one more time. And right in the middle of the channel, below 1795. 70 sort of a level. That is a rejection point, right? 1795, 70. So it's kind of interesting. Obviously, the targets on the downside on a higher time frame sort of a perspective doesn't look so clear. Obviously, we have a funny sort of a targets on the downside on a higher time frame, but hourly candle seems consistent. Hourly candle seems as if, you know what, there is a target on the left hand side. So eventually, look at this. If this hourly candle manages to close below 1795.70, my bias is still going to stay bearish in gold. My bias is still going to stay bearish because obviously these candles, look at the way the candles actually rejected this area. Look at this, right? So just give me a second. Let me bring my annotation too. Oh, look at this. Look at the way the price reacted around the area. Price reacting around the area. Now, if this hourly candle could close bearish, the bias is only going to get stronger and stronger on the downside. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take an entry when the candle is closing, especially when this is an hourly candle, right? I mean, I have to wait. I have to wait for another 14 minutes. I mean, if sales are coming in, there is clear traffic on the left-hand side on an hourly sort of a time frame. So I'm kind of waiting here. Kind of waiting. So previously, 15 and 30-minute time frame seemed as if it was ranging side by side. And right now, our 15 minutes still seems as if it's ranging side by side. So we have 14 more minutes left for the hourly candle to close. But on the other hand, it's so important to look at the minute details, right? This was the previous 15-minute candle support, and this 15 bearish candle actually managed to close just below that support. So what does that tell me? That tells me that price is trying to sneak down, or the price is actually trying to sneak down, right? And just sorry about that. Sorry about the noise on the background. And looks like prices are pushing down. Wow. Interesting enough. Right? Interesting enough. Yeah, pound yen is pushing up, and gold, a 5-minute ranging. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. On YouTube, Moti Jar says, I'm in long position. I don't know what your position is in. So I don't know. Are you in buys in pound yen? I mean, because pound yen is making sense, but I don't know. I don't know about gold. I'm not in gold buys. Ooh, look at the way it moved, man. Obviously, I missed out the trade 151.645. That was a golden trade. To be honest, that was a golden trade. Look at the way the previous 30-minute candle closed above that area. The bias was obviously satisfied. And look at the way it had the 30-minute candle actually made a low wick before moving up. On the flip, man, I would have taken an entry within about 15, 16 pips stop loss, and I mean 17 pips, easy 17 pips, right? But right now I've missed the trade, so I mean it is what it is. An hourly candle is coming to a close in the next 12 minutes. Have to see how this hourly candle closes. So that's going to be interesting. We still have a lot of clear traffic on the upside. So from around 151.840 to 152.120, there is a clear traffic. So we'll love to see what's going to happen. We'll love to see what's going to happen. So today around a London session, we were pretty bullish. London session, bullish. And the conference also helped in building that momentum, right? So the conference, that MPC member where we're talking about, the conference actually helped boost the price in pound yen even higher. I mean, a lot of bullish target on the upside. I mean, a lot of targets to hit. So it kind of makes sense. Isn't it? Yeah. Interesting enough. Look at the way the previous 15-minute candle closed. So sneaky close, right? So for example, if 151.840 is the reference point for me right now, and I'm actually looking to see if 151.840 is going to be respected. Look at the way the previous 15-minute candle closed. It closed right around that level, right above that level, like sneaky 1 pip above that level, right? I mean, the bias is still bullish, but I would love to see some sort of pullback, some sort of support, and then push up. I mean, that's going to be the best price action to capitalize off of right now, because the bias could be right. I mean, the prices could rush through the level, but do I really want to take an entry with FOMO when the candle is closing, especially a high time frame candle? And this is the halfway through the 4-hour candle too. This is the close of the 2-hour candle as well. Not just 1 hour, close of the 2-hour candle. So maybe I'm going to stay relaxed. And if the market presents me with a proper pullback, I'm definitely going to capitalize on it. But other than that, I'm definitely going to stay calm and patient. And we'll see if I can take that gold sells. And also we'll try and capitalize on the pound yen here. Let's see. Interesting targets on gold. Yeah. Does anyone here in the Zoom uses Dominion account, Dominion Markets? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody here uses Dominion account except for me? Yep, Tom. Me, I use it. Oh, okay. Tom, do you know? Is your gold leverage 1:100 as well? Mr. Tom, if you can hear me. Yep, it is. Yeah. Yeah, I was actually expecting like 1:500, and when I was trading gold yesterday and this afternoon when trading gold, I mean, yeah, turned out to be 1:100. I was doing my calculation and turned out to be 1:100. So I used to use yeah, it's kind of funny, isn't it? So this is a chart from YouTube from Nishu Gautam. He says, hey, looking at pound yen, he says buys above this level. I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Similar sort of idea. I'm still not looking for sales yet. For sales, I have to see candles closing below this yellow line. So for selling sort of a scalping opportunities for short term sort of a sell, but otherwise the structure is heavily bullish, man. The structure is heavily bullish. Nisha, your idea is correct. I think what you can do is if you really want to learn, and grow in terms of your thought process, what you can do is what I did as a beginner trader was I actually highlighted a lot of stuff. I was like pointing out when I was sending my chart as a beginner trader back then in Twitch, in Mixer, whatever. We were talking about this. We were talking about, well, I was pointing out like, oh, this is my resistance. All right, I do understand that's a resistance, but I want to know your thought process. So if you want to help yourself, you got to put in your details. Every detail you're thinking, you should say, you know what? Oh, the bullish, the market is bullish. I think the market is bullish. My bias is buy, and you got to say, oh, this is a 30-minute time frame, very strong resistance or very strong support or whatever. You got to add in details, right? So you got to try and put your thought process on the paper or on your screen. And yeah, sometimes you can even draw like, hey, you know what? The structure is bullish, man. I think the structure is bullish. So you can put in your details, 100% put in your details. So yeah, the bias is correct. Nishul, the bias is correct. All right, now look at this. Gold hourly candle has 6 more minutes left for its close. And if this hourly candle maintains a posture below 1795, 70, I mean, I'll be looking to see if I can take sales at that point in time. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, looks like gold could fall down here. Mr. Gold is looking bearish. Hey Tom, have you redeemed your magic keys yet? Magic keys, or what did you do with the commission? What did you do with the commission? Yeah, pound yen are moving up so consistent, man. Look at this. I mean, yeah, is strong bullish at this point in time. Really strong bullish. And there's a lot of targets on the upside. I mean, it's the price actually quite sneaked. Oh, it's moving up. It just sneaked up above 151.840, and it's moving with such a great volume. And I'm obviously a trader trading, relying a lot on volume. But again, at the same time, it's moving up so fast, and it's actually above significantly, right? Now, I would love to see some sort of support like this, but this is a 4-hour support. Now, for a 4-hour support to form, I mean, it's going to take a lot of, it's going to take a long time, but at least a 15, 30-minute support, you know, that could help my bias. But if there was any quality entry, any entries above 151.645, after this candle closed bullish, I mean, that was it. Yeah, Tariq says, I think there will be strong pullback. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm waiting for too, Tariq. If that is going to be the case, man, that'll be really nice. That's going to be really nice. All right. Ramji here says, hello, Mr. Nice to see you again. Hey, hello. I hope you are doing fine, and thanks for the yesterday trade. Oh, no worries. No worries at all. Nikesh is sending a chart. Nikesh, you got to jump in the Zoom. My friend Nikesh, he has secured in about 12 pips. Ooh. That's nice. Yeah, I think pound yen is definitely going to push up here. Definitely going to push up. The way it's printing at this point in time, you know, the 15-minute candle. Look at the wick on the downside, right? It's rejecting all of the bottom price. The wick on the downside only tells me that, you know what, it doesn't want to stay in this area, and the wick is like rejecting it. Oh, I don't like you guys. I want to leave you guys, and it's just leaving it. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Yep. Let's see another chart. This is another chart. So let's have a look at the chart here. Dun, 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 and it doesn't allow me to have a look. It doesn't let me see the chart. Nikesh, you gotta send me a chart in the Zoom, man. You can call me the Zoom, right? It doesn't allow me. It doesn't allow me at all. At all. Actually, Nikesh, because you're the moderator on YouTube, you can send me the full link. I think you send me the full link. So I think pullback for 630, bought the volume. That could be the case. That could be the case, right? I mean, looking at the candles right now, it's printing really strong bullish candles. I mean, there's a wick on the top, wick on the bottom, and a large body. The body is in about 15 pips, right? I think the volume is slowly dying, to be honest. A few days back, I mean, look at the 15-minute candle size body, right? There was a 15-minute candle was a 27 pips. 15-minute candle was in about 20 pips to 27 pips. Now, right now, the volumes are slowly dying, but it's pushing consistently. So it's still pushing on the upside, but the volume is kind of dying, in my perspective. You know, obviously, obviously, it is what it is. Yeah, it is. There's not going to be consistent volume. I mean, it's not going to be 27, 28 pips, sort of a candles on the smaller time frame perspective, especially for a long time. It's going to show some sort of that kind of characteristics for some time, and it's going to reset. The market's going to reset. All right, so this is Nikesh's chart. Let's have a look at Nikesh. Nikesh, let's see. He took a pound yen buy. I mean, yeah, this definitely made sense. Nikesh, this man, you took a spot on trade. Even me, I would take this trade. 100% I would take this trade. Beautiful trade, man. Beautiful. Beautiful trade. Mr. Market, can you give me some kind of pullback? Hourly candle right now making a wick on the top, and hourly candle has 5 more seconds left for its close, and looks like it's leaving a. Ooh, that's nice. That is actually nice. Look at this. Look at the. Oh, okay, that's good. 15-minute kind of rejected the top at this point in time, rejecting 151.840, which is a good sign. If the candles are rejecting, that means the support can form sometime. And when the support's going to form, man, I would look to take any sort of trade at that point in time. All right, so Ramji says, can we look at another pairs? I mean, yeah, if you send me a chart, I can definitely have a look at that pair. But mainly we focus on pound yen and gold, right? Unless somebody sends some sort of analysis. So this is Motsub's chart. So Motsub is sending a chart here. Let's have a look at the Motsub's chart. Let's have a look at Motsub's chart and see what it tells us. All right, Motsub, he is looking at pound yen, looking at descending channel, and he took a buy around here. Beautiful trade, guys. Honestly, 4 hour. This is a beautiful trade right here. He took a buy around there. He was also looking at bullish flag. Yeah, Motsub looks at a lot of ideas, looking at sniper entries, break and retest. I mean, yeah, that was good. But you took an entry right at the retest, right? So that's interesting how you manage it. I mean, if it works, it works, but that was good. It's good. It's good, actually. Entry around 151, 132. Ooh. You must be around, you must have hit your TP already. I mean, if you hit TP, beautiful. Noise. That is a noise trade. That's all I can say. Noise. Now, at this point in time, look at this. Hourly candle, previous hourly candle closed bullish with a wick on the top, showing us that, you know what, there is a range on the top that the price can attack. And if the price is moving up, I mean, we need some sort of support on the downside before it could move up. If there's going to be some sort of support, I mean, it's going to be amazing. Amazing. Now, to find that support, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head into the hourly time frame. Hourly candle still bullish to the current hourly candle retracing. If this hourly candle could actually dip in even more, that's only going to be lovely, more lovely, honestly. And on a 15-minute candle, yeah, pretty cool. 15-minute. This is the first 15-minute out of the hourly candle, so I have to see. And I am looking at gold at the same time. Let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. Yeah, gold, 15 minutes, still ranging side by side. I mean, previous hourly candle closed bearish below 17.95.70, which is a really good sign for the candles to push down. I mean, it's been rejecting the top. It's been breaking lows. I mean, previous 2-hour candle obviously couldn't manage to break that low, right? Now 2-hour candle. I mean, 2-hour candle, if this current 2-hour candle in gold could actually make a decent top wick, which it is trying to make a decent top wick. If the wick is enough for the candle to flip bearish, there is a range on the downside in about 27 pips range, in about 26 pip range. So why not, right? Let's see. Let's see if this hourly candle's top wick is decent enough. Obviously, previous hourly candle is like the size of the previous candle was in about 19 pips, closed around 15. So the candle right now has retraced pretty heavy. I mean, let's see how many pips it retraces. All right. Anything from 50% to 80% is regarded healthy as long as price continues in the momentum, right? So moved up in about 10 pips. So how much is 10 pips? Is 10 pips below 80% of the 15 pip? Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it's 60%. Oh, which is still good. So what is the 80% of 80? Okay. 15 pips into 80%. Ooh, gold is pushing down right now. All right, so it's actually looking pretty juicy. It's trying to flip bearish in its first few minutes. So let's see. All right, 30-minute looking pretty nice. 15-minute also looking pretty nice. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually heading in sales in just about 4 or 5 seconds. Let's see. So trying to take sales in gold. Trying to take sales in gold. Within about 13, 14 pips stop loss. So let's see. The stop loss is based around 15-minute, but the entry, is taken with only anticipation that, you know what, there's going to be volume and the candles are going to continue down, testing the range on the downside. For now, it's just ranging. I haven't taken an entry yet. Haven't taken the entry yet. Still chilling. Let's see. Let's see, previous 5-minute candle. So the candle is pushing down. It's actually having some hard time, right? So the candle's body size on the downside is getting smaller and smaller. It's obviously rejecting. It doesn't. The price is rejecting away from 1795.70. Look at the wicks. Look at the wicks. It doesn't like that price. So if it doesn't like that price, I mean, where is it gonna go? If it doesn't like this price, there's a chance it can push down, right? So I'm keeping an eye open. Let's see. 15-minute time frame still lower. This current 15-minute candle actually tried to break the previous high and is actually rejecting that price at this point in time. So let's see. A selling sort of a bias in gold and a buying sort of a bias in pound yen. This is going to be interesting. 1 minute seems as if it's ranging side by side. 1 minute seems as if it's ranging side by side. So eventually, if candles could start closing below this 1 minute range, I mean, gold moves with such a volatility, right? So, I mean, if it's actually going to push, if it's actually going to break this ranging sort of a structure on a 1 minute, I'm still keeping an eye open, because on an hourly, on a 30, on a 15-minute even, it kind of makes sense. So let's see. 15-minute candle has 7 more minutes left for its close. On the other hand, for example, if the candle starts closing bullish above 1795.70, I mean, the buying sort of idea could be on a hold, because I have to wait for a proper sort of a break, right? Break and close. I mean, if the candles are not closed, so what are you basing a trade off of, right? It kind of doesn't even make sense. So you kind of have to see candles closing bearish before building that confidence, right? So how is your confidence being gained? I mean, that's the question. That is the real question. Taran Singh on YouTube says, just entered on gold. I haven't entered yet. I was waiting to see if the candles could actually flip bearish. Did flip bearish, but the second candle started retracing, right? So I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. So I haven't entered yet. I mean, my bias hasn't changed yet. My bias is still sell on gold. Still sell. For buys, have to see candles closing above at least 1797. And in relation to the channel, again, one thing, I mean, a price action can be observed with so many tools, right? So it's kind of interesting. Now, watch this. So in relation to the channel, if the prices are to move up, it has to break 1797.50. And again, it seems so obvious that it has to break that in relation to the channel too. So in relation to the channel, if the price is moving up, it has to break the top part of the channel. And after the break, it has to retest the channel before moving up, right? And reject the channel with its wick. I mean, if the buys are coming in, I'm definitely keeping my eyes open for the buys too. But I'm definitely more inclined towards a sell. Now look at the way the gold is moving. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. So the current hourly candle is it has retraced actually heavy enough, pretty heavy to be honest. So the previous hourly candle, it moved in about 18 pips, closed about 15 pips, and right now, so the current hourly candle has in about corrected the previous volume. So kind of interesting. So is it still trying to reject that top prices before moving down, or what is happening? You actually don't want to enter anything in gold when the prices are ranging, man. To be honest, do you really want to be a part of range? Right. The question is, do you really want to be a part of range? I don't know. Ooh, the candles seems like it's flipping, but is that just another fieldy reaction? I mean, look at the way it's moving, right? It's rejecting this level, but look at the close. The candle. Ooh, look at the candle. Literally no volume, right? It's only telling me there's no volume. So traders like me, I heavily rely on volume. And I know that when the market's moving funny like this, it's a good idea to, you know what, fold your hands and be like, you know what, oh man, I'm only going to move when it's going to, I'm only going to take an entry when it's going to move consistent. Now, in relation to the channel, so if the long-term bias in gold is still sell, it's still sell. In relation to the channel, price has to break the channel on the downside. On the break of the channel, if the next candle retests the channel before moving down, I mean, that is a good entry right there. But obviously, hourly candle at this point in time is actually looking decent enough. Has 49 more minutes left for its close. So let's see. It's kind of interesting. Let's look at pound AUD and see what's happening in pound AUD. Oh man, pound and AUD, both of these guys are just ranging here. Oh my god. I'm going to stay out of pound AUD here. No analysis. Pound AUD is going to stay in the darks here. On the other hand, pound USD, look at pound USD's movement. So similar to pound JPY, right? Kind of making sense. My bias in pound JPY is still bias, you know. For selling sort of a bias, I have to wait. I have to wait. The bias is still a buy. So beginner traders out there in the YouTube. So if you guys don't know what candle mirroring is, and if you don't know what could be a better chance to attack the market, right? So for example, look at this. Look at the way the price in pound yen moved in the past several days here. We actually took a buy yesterday, which ran about, I secured 10 pips, half of the position around 10 pips, and this position ran almost about 50 pips. I secured like late night, 50 pips when I was in sleep. I woke up, it's like dun dun dun, and secure. But that was pretty nice, right? Now, beginner traders, they don't know when to attack the market. And they what they do is they are so desperate to make money or actually trade, they enter and they trade in a really rangy sort of a market like this. So you would usually want to stay away from this sort of rangy market. So when do you enter? So the question is, when do you enter? You enter when there is clear traffic, clear big candles on the adjacent side, on the parallel side. So on the left hand side, look at the traffic. Look at the way the candles are moving, right? Look at the clean traffic. And look at the way how the candles have mirrored that. Look at this. Do you see anything? I mean, price did attack and did mirror whatever happened on the left hand side. And this has been happening for some time. Obviously, obviously some of the guys in the Zoom, they have noticed this and they have seen this for several times. But it makes sense for candles to mirror the range. It's just like a target or orders they're going to fulfill on the other direction, right? The market's never going to move down forever or never going to move up forever. It has to kind of even out, or the price has to settle. So how does the price settle? it settles in a way that, you know what, it mirrors all of the orders, all of the push from the left hand side traffic. It's kind of interesting the way it's been moving. That's the technical and that's the historical part of the market, right? Now, for now, why am I still basing myself on buys? Look at the way. Look at the way we have the clear traffic on the left hand side, right? I mean, it's still clean. There are some of the stops here, some of the stops, not that consistent. But the way we have target right now from the current price for New York session, the price is beautiful. To be honest, it's actually beautiful. It is beautiful. The price target, the traffic on the left hand side. I mean, beautiful traffic. So if we could eventually mirror this here, that's going to be nice. So my bias, even if the candle right now, the current hourly candle is retracing, which is a good sign. I'm actually liking the fact that, you know what, it's retracing down at this point in time, and it's retracing very close to 140, 151, 645 sort of a level, which is, by the way, a 30-minute resistance level. So it seems as if it's retesting that price. So for the candles to push up, it has to maintain a posture above this level. On the other hand, if the candle starts, engulfing other candles on the left-hand side, and if the candle starts closing below 151, 645, the bias of buys could be hold on to, or it could actually stay at the side. But otherwise, it's still looking good. Even if it's breaking previous candles low, I haven't entered yet, but my bias is still a bullish bias. Especially when the 4-hour candle is bullish, man. Especially when the 4-hour candle is bullish. Daily candle is bullish. All right. Nice. Nice. All right, so Nikesh has sent his thought process, and he says runner closed. All right, so this is what he says. He says, even though there is some sort of traffic to the left on the lower time frame, the weekly has flipped bullish, and the moves on the Monday and Tuesday has been corrected. That is correct. And the market is pretty bullish. To be honest, it's very bullish. And he says, took loss here yesterday. Oh, no. You took a loss yesterday. Oh, I think that was an early buy, wasn't it? You should have taken an entry somewhere around here, right? And he says, similar sort of structure. That is correct. It has a similar sort of structure, and especially when there's a clear traffic on the left-hand side, and especially when it's a Thursday. When it's a Thursday, we can anticipate volume, right? Unless Wednesday's been funny, or the whole week has a lot of fundamentals coming in and a lot of funny stuff's happening. We can expect funny stuff on Thursday too, but Thursday today actually looks clean, except for the fact that we have Euro news today. I mean, that's just about it. Euro news. But yeah, looks good. Looks good. Runner closed. His runner has been closed. Okay. Yeah. And let's look at gold at this point in time. What is gold doing? Gold is retracing. Okay, interesting enough. Interesting enough. Pum 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 pum. Bum bum bum. Just give me a second, guys. And gold is retracing at this point of time. Interestingly. All right, so pound yen on a 15-minute sort of a structure still has that ability to flip bullish, because look at this. Dun 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 dun. So if this is gonna happen, right? And if this is actually going to happen, this one right here, it's gonna be lovely. It's actually gonna be lovely. If a higher low is gonna form, man, it's gonna be lovely. So still waiting. Ooh. GJ is retracing, which is good. It's actually good. $30-minute in the hourly candle is going to close in the next 6 minutes. 6 minutes. So the hourly candle is still respecting the previous hourly candle's low at this point in time. Hourly candle still respecting the previous hourly candle's low. So let's see. 21 pips body. Let's see. Have to see price maintaining a posture at least above 151,700. For the price to push up 151,700. Let's see. We are 36 minutes away from the New York market. And on the other hand, obviously, we have this Euro monetary policy, which is obviously something interesting because obviously it's a monetary policy, right? It's something from central bank, and pound does have some relation to euro market. I mean, it has a lot of relation to euro markets. We will see how euro is going to contribute volume in today's market too. I mean, right now we are still waiting hourly candles. Hourly candle is actually looking good, but on the other hand, what we have seen is around such an heavy impact fundamental news event sort of a atmosphere. We have seen a lot of funny side effects or shock effects in other pairs, especially in brother sister pairs like pound, euro, and USD. I mean, we have seen a lot of shock effects. So do I really want to be a part of that shock effect? And the answer is no. All right, so I'm actually going to wait for another 20 minutes. I'm happy waiting for another 20 minutes, and we will see what's going to happen, right? All right, so I actually set up a voting booth on YouTube, and 5 people have voted, and I asked, what do you believe GJ is going to move? And people said 80% of the people say it's going to move up. 80% of the people say it's going to move up. Interesting. Interesting. Or Nigel Gihando says, "Oh, today I'm late. Oh no." Don't be late to your work, right? You got to treat your hobby like your work too. I mean, that's how you change the mindset. I mean, it's fun and it's a lot of fun and other stuff. But again, at the same time, if you treat your hobby as something professional to do, achieve, I mean, you're gonna gain and you're gonna learn a lot at the same time, right? It's kind of interesting idea. And what is gold doing right now? Mr. Gold is just hanging around there. So gold hasn't broke that channel yet. I mean, as I said, for a bias in relation to the channel, and for opportunities of long-term in opportunities for short-term scalping sort of a buy opportunities, I'm only going to see if I can take buys above 1797.60 sort of a level. Right now it's engaging with the channel, which is a good sign that, you know what, when it taps such a level, it actually reacts and moves in certain direction. I mean, if it's going to break this and it's going to retest before moving up, we do have clear traffic on the left hand side. But again, at the same time, if it's going to move down after reacting with the channel, wow, that's going to be something to look out for. All right, now 10 people have voted on the YouTube, and 70% of the people say it's going to move up. 70% of the people say it's actually going to move up. Now, here's another idea that the beginner traders often forget, and obviously they're unaware about. So now, beginner traders on YouTube, obviously if you're listening, this is for you guys. So you have to obviously know what's happening around you. So what does that mean? That means that you have to check if there's any sort of high impact news happening around you, and you have to know your surrounding in the chart area too. Now, obviously, you know, prices in gold, all of a sudden, this 1 hourly candle is retracing up in its first few, in the first half of the candle. It's kind of interesting how it's moving. Obviously, it's interesting. But again, at the same time, we have to know that, you know what? There is a high impact news happening in the next 20 minutes. And it's euro. Euro is known to be one of the most euro is known to be one of the highest volume contributing pair or currency in FX market. So what does that tell us? That tells us that, you know what, we have to be alert around this about the surrounding. So be careful. Placing a trade around these area could be profitable, but again, at the same time, there could be a lot of shock effects. So for now, I am still holding, still waiting for my quality trade. For now, candles are just moving in a range and moving here and there. Obviously, my bias in pound yen is a buy, and I think it's gonna move up. But obviously, I haven't taken any entry yet. And will I take an entry around the news time? Maybe no. So once the volume, once the volatility settles down, that's when I'm gonna try and hit the market with my hammer. But until then, I'm gonna wait. And look at the way the previous 30-minute candle closed. Previous 30-minute candle closed right at the previously broken resistance level. Closed right at that level. Now, what I think are, so Tariq was saying this earlier. Tariq was actually waiting for a pullback, and I was waiting for a pullback too. Looks like it's a mamma mia sort of a situation here. So if it's a mamma mia sort of a situation, if it's actually retracing lower before launching up, I mean, that's gonna be nice, right? It's actually gonna be nice. Now, some of the people may ask or think in the back of the head, again, for the beginner traders, obviously some of the guys in the Zoom, they already know about these ideas and they are familiar with these ideas. But again, for the guys in the Zoom, for the guys in the YouTube, so how do I base my bias, right? So what I do is I actually go from higher time frame to lower time frame I go from high time frame to lower time frame in a smooth sort of a manner. When I say smooth, I look into the monthly time frame. I anticipate, I see how many days left for the candles to close, and I look at the candles reaction, most recent reaction. Obviously, monthly candle bearish, but monthly candle in pound yen rejecting the bottom, very close to the support. Oh, so that's interesting, isn't it? So I'm actually going to go to weekly time frame to build my bias now, right? This is how now slowly I head into the weekly time frame, and looking at the weekly time frame, I know the weekly time frame, previous weekly candle closed with no wick on the bottom, which was an early sign for the candles to show us that, you know what, maybe there's no range on the downside for the price to move into. And look at the weekly candle. Finally, after 3 days, after 4 days, it's pushing up. Actually, no, hold on. After 3 days, it's starting to push up. And all this liquidity grab on the bottom is only going to allow the prices in pound yen to push even higher. It's very interesting. Weekly time frame. Now, daily time frame is strong bullish. It's still bullish. So my daily candle is bullish. My bias is bullish. Natural. Look at this 4-hour candles making support before moving up, and this is how I still base my bias as a bullish bias. And the current 4-hour candle is also showing bullish postures, right? Now I'll go into the 2-hour time frame. The most recent 2-hour time frame closed bullish again. Now what I consider is looking at the most recent 2-hour candle. I'm going to say to myself that, you know what, this current 2-hour candle may also follow some characteristics from the last 2-hour candles. That means if it has to move up, this candle retracing down could only be a liquidity grab. Now, if you don't understand the idea of liquidity grab could be a movement of the candle in the opposite direction before moving in a consistent way or consistent direction. So the candle moving down before moving up, trying to make its low wick, is the liquidity grab. All right. Now, when I go to the hourly time frame also tells me the similar sort of thing. So my bias hasn't changed yet. For my bias to change and for me to think about sales, I have to see candles closing below. Just looking at the hourly candle, I have to see candles closing below 151.380 at least. So that's how I base my bias. Now, this one 30-minute candle closing bearish is nothing. This one 30-minute candle closing bearish is nothing in terms of, look at the bullish candles. How many bullish candles do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 bullish candles. And how many bearish candles in this run? How many bearish candles? 3 bearish candles. So that is nothing. That's how I base my bias. Right? Now the 4-hour candle is still bullish. And in the next 10 minutes, we have this Euro high impact news monetary policy sort of a report. So it's actually interesting. All right, so Ramji on YouTube says, Siri, do you have Zoom that I can join? Oh, he's saying, sir, do you have Zoom that I can join because of the different time? Yes, it's better for me because there is a delay. Mike, I think 1 minute. Ooh, is there a delay? I mean, yeah, must be 4, 5, 4, 6 seconds. I mean, shouldn't be a minute, should be like a second, right? Should be like 10, 12 seconds, maybe max. RK on YouTube says, hello, gold analysis, please. I mean, we did gold analysis already, but if you have a thought process in your head, send a chart, man. If you don't know how to send a chart, just go into the trading view, click the button, click the camera button over there, and send me the extension. Send me the extension from the X. If you don't know what that means, man, I don't know. I can't help you otherwise. And the news is coming in the next 8 minutes. All right. So from the voting booth, I mean, 15 people voted, and 67% of the people think that, you know what, pound yen is going to push up. That is still a strong bias. I mean, it's still a strong bias. The bias hasn't changed yet. right, so the Euro news coming in the next 5 minutes. Euro news coming in the next 5 minutes. All right, so the 5 minute candles in gold in relation to the channel. Look at this, still acting out. The channel is still acting out. Price is still a little conservative inside the channel. The news coming out in the next next 3 minutes. Wow. Ooh. Gold is trying to push up. Look at the way the 30-minute candle has printed here. Ooh, 30-minute candle has grabbed some liquidity from the bottom, and the news is coming out in the next 1 minute. News coming out in the next 1 minute. At this point in time, 5-minute candle has broken the channel. So if the 5-minute candle could actually stay outside the channel, I mean, the prices could continue up at the same time. So it is kind of interesting.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
And this is the news time right now. The Euro monetary policy report. All right, so is there any shock effect or just some volume induced in our market? What's happening? Ooh. All right, so gold is rejecting that channel at this point in time. Hourly candle still rejecting the channel. 30-minute are still hanging around there. Oh, look at this. So one 15-minute candle closed out outside the channel, and at this point in time, the second 15-minute candle dipping in the channel. So if this 15-minute candle stays inside the channel, there's no way gold is pushing up. But if the candle starts rejecting this range at this point in time, rejecting the channel, start flipping bullish, I mean, gold could push up. There are chances, because there is clear traffic on the left-hand side. But on the other hand, ooh, it's pushing down. Oh, and gold is pushing down. Gold is pushing down nice and slow. Let's see. We are 14 minutes away from the market open. 14 minutes. All right. So hourly candle in pound yen respected the previous hourly candle's low, and hourly candle has 12 more minutes left for its close. If the hourly candle could stay above 151.645, I mean, the bias hasn't changed yet. The bias of buys, bullish sort of a bias, hasn't changed yet. All right, so the first few minutes after the euro monetary policy sort of a atmosphere here. So for example, if the candle starts breaking 151.840 sort of a level, I mean, that's going to be interesting. At that point in time, I would just need candles staying above that level, right? So what I'm saying to myself is, if the candles are going to start pushing up, I mean, obviously it's New York volume. So if the candles could finally close above 151.840, there's a chance that I can still take buys or catch the buys. But right now, this hourly candle flipping bullish. Pretty good. Pretty good at this point in time. Pretty good. A lot of volume in pound yen. Wow. Wow. Just like yesterday's New York market, man. So at this point in time, I'm thinking about buy stops around above 151.900, but I'm still waiting because the hourly candle is coming to a close. I mean, this is the first few minutes after the euro sort of a news too, and yeah, 151.840, is that 151.840? 151.840. $151.840. Hourly candle has made that decent wick on the bottom and looking to push up. Obviously, in the next 10 minutes, we have the market open. So I don't exactly want to enter right at the market open, but obviously want to see if the candles could close above 151.840. So eventually, if this hourly candle closes above this area, I mean, my bias is strong as hell. And at that point in time, I mean, candles closing bullish can only give me opportunities to take pending orders too, right? So we will see. Let's see. Ooh, gold is pushing down here. So reacted with the channel and is pushing down. Yeah, I think gold's gonna fall down here. Nothing stopping gold. And looks like the same here in pound yen. The way it's moving. Yep. Wow. Yep, I think market's gonna move. Gold is dropping. The bias of sell still playing out. Kind of waiting to see if the market could give me an opportunity to enter. Right now, for now, it's kind of volatile to enter. I mean, the bias is making sense on an hourly sort of a perspective, but the stop loss will be too big of a stop loss. Will be like 26 pips. That's not my usual stop loss, 26 pip. I don't use 26 pips stop loss. So I'm still telling myself that, you know what, I have to take a best entry or an entry that makes sense in terms of risk. I mean, this position or the trade, it can be caught with like a pending order. But again, at the same time, do I really need a trade so bad? I mean, waiting for 7 more minutes. Look at gold. Look at gold at this point in time. The roughly drawn channel worked one more time. So the price tapped that level and is rejecting it pretty hard at this point in time. Look at the 5 minute. This 5 minute candle closed above. The next 5 minute corrected whatever happened. And the prices are slowly pushing down. Slowly pushing down. The bias of buy hasn't changed yet in pound yen. I mean, still Still accepting the fact that, you know what, candles are retracing and grabbing liquidity only before moving up, or only before it could move up. Now, have to wait for another 4 more minutes to see how the candles are going to close here. Have to wait for 4 more minutes. That's what I need to do. And hourly candle slowly pushing up. Our market open coming in the next 3 minutes. Market open happening in the next 3 minutes. So finally, if the candles could close above the resistance and also eventually above 151.840, I mean, candles could push up in the next 3 minutes. Let's see if the candles are gonna just rush up. I'm not in any sort of entry yet. Want to see a candle close before I take an entry, and looks like it's just gonna push up here. Wow. Wowie kawaii. And the hourly candle, 30-minute candle has finally closed bullish. The bias of buy is still there. Look at the way the previous hourly candle closed. Also the 2-hour candle, right? So the bias is still buys. I mean, I'm thinking about buy stops above the high at this point in time. So this is the first few minutes of the New York Open. So definitely have seen candles retracing, grabbing liquidity before moving in its original direction. But at this point in time, let's see if if the candles are going to break high, I mean, that could be an entering opportunity for me right there. It hasn't made that decent wick on the bottom, but I mean, it is what it is sometimes. Let's see. Okay. Wow. And we are back. My headphone just died. So uh that's one of the perks of having a Bluetooth headphone. But I actually feel so relaxed, man. I think I should do this every time. I think I should stop wearing this headphone. My head feels so heavy. Now I'm like so relaxed. I love this even better. I love it even better. So this is what I'm going to do every time. No headphone. My head feels like 10 ton 10 ton relax. Yeah, I'm expecting the price to push down in gold and obviously want to see pound yen pushing up. So eventually, if the candles grab its liquidity, tap 151, 645 sort of a level and start flipping bullish, man, that's going to be nice. A beautiful day here. A beautiful day. A beautiful, 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 beautiful day. So the hourly candle is still respecting the previous hourly candle's low at this point in time. I mean, if your 30-minute candle could flip bullish on the break of the high, I mean, that's going to be a really nice entry stop loss in about 20 pips stop loss, which is still okay around volume time. I mean, let's see. Let's see if that is the case here. Have to see candles flipping bullish. Let's see. Bullish posture. Six minutes in the market. 6 minutes in the market. Tom says, "Hey Anuj, can you get some music going while suspense is killing us waiting for GJ?" So the thing is, my headphone died, and I can't really play the music because otherwise the mic will be Really bad. Let's give it a try anyways. Let's give it a try, right? Hopefully it works. No worries, man. No worries. And gold is moving down nice and slow. Want to see pound yen pushing up as well. Want to see pound yen pushing up. At this point in time, I mean, a support has been formed, a clear 30-minute support has been formed, and this is New York open. So obviously, New York market does have a lot of volume. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. 17 minutes in the market, and looks like pound yen is still retracing. So there's a still high chance for the candles to push up. We are 17 minutes in the market. 17 minutes in the market. 30-minute candle has 11 more minutes left for its close. If this 30-minute candle could actually flip bullish, my bias of buy could stay alive. If this 30-minute candle could stay bullish. Let's see what's going to happen. Ooh, gold is shooting up. Gold is starting to shoot up here. Wow. Let's see. Want to see pound yen showing some sort of bullish posture here. If this 30-minute candle flips bullish, I mean, it's still looking good. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Hourly candle still respecting the previous hourly candle's low. Hasn't broken any lows yet. So let's see. 6 more minutes left for this 30-minute candle to close, and it seems like 30-minute candle is still dipping inside the range. For the candle to push up, it has to close outside the range. So for now, still waiting. Still waiting. Uh-huh. $151,770. 151,770. And we are still waiting. So 30-minute candle is bearish at this point in time and almost engulfed the previous candle, right? So 15-minute candles are also closing bearish. I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny the way it's printing right now. Yep. Yay. Yep, that's actually true. That's actually true. The way it's moving is like just wants to grab its liquidity before move anywhere, you know. So, and especially when this is the 4-hour candle close. Obviously, 4-hour candle close, we have seen a lot of retracements, right? So, if the 4-hour candle wants to retrace and leave a healthy wick on the top side for the next candle to fill, I mean, it's obvious, right? It's pretty obvious. So I think NYSE is going to be the move time here. NYSE. Yep. That's right. Oh, is it? Oh, unemployment claims. Ooh. Wow, okay. Bad numbers. Ooh, okay. Interesting enough. It's actually interesting enough. Yeah, so that should actually attract some sort of volume in our pairs, you know. For now it's just retracing. I mean, 4-hour candle was coming to a close and it's just like hanging around there, hanging around this range from 151.840 to 151.645. I mean, later after grabbing such liquidity, if it's gonna move later, I mean, it's pretty obvious. But man, oh man, oh, gold is pushing up. Gotta keep an eye open on gold here. Ooh, gold is pushing up. Wow, look at the way the pound yen is moving right now. It's actually pretty bearish the way it's moving. Obviously, this is the 4-hour candle close as we know, and the 4-hour candle is retracing pretty heavy, trying to leave that wick on the top. Trying to leave that wick on the top, maybe for the next candle to fill. So in the next hour, we are obviously going to experience NYSE. But until then, I mean, unemployment claims, bad numbers, pretty bad. Yeah, so more people claiming unemployment claims. It's like, wow. The advanced figure for a seasonal or just initial claims, an increase of 51,000 claims. Wow. Yeah, I know it looks kind of choppy. I'm actually I'm looking to see if I can take buys above 1805.29. So I'm keeping my eyes open. Above 1805.29. Yeah, it's kind of funny the way it's moving right now. I mean, my bias is still sell, right? In an overall daily picture, my bias is still sell. And the way the 15, the 30 minute is kind of bullishing up, it's man. It's mad pips. 70 pips. Wow. It's just a wow candle, you know? And we are still waiting for the bias in pound yen. I mean, gold is just pushing crazy here after the unemployment claims. I mean, looking at the news, I mean, this is not a surprise. But wow, it's just 1 15 minute candle. Break every level. It's like clear range, achieved everything out there. I was still looking at pound yen, so I mean, I couldn't focus on buys above this gray area, but that was a push from the news. 100% from the push from the news. Kevin on YouTube says, waiting for buys. Yep. On pound yen, we are waiting on buys. So he's waiting for buys around 153, 151.39. Ooh, that's a deep retracement. 151.39 is a deep retracement, right? 4-hour candles closing in the next 21 minutes. 21 minutes. Wow. Ooh, gold is pushing up. 1805.29. Yep, 1805.29 has been hit. 15-minute time frame. 15-minute candle is gonna close in the next 4 minutes, and ooh, look at the way the 5-minute candles are moving up, right? It's like, wow. Just making high highs, high lows. It's just breaking highs and just move up. Breaking highs and just move up. Ooh, man. Wow. On YouTube, Kai Junes says, "Did you have a position?" No, sir, no positions yet. So the funny thing was, I actually was not aware about unemployment claims nearby. I was only looking at euro, and just USD was kind of like hidden in the shadows for me, and I didn't notice that. And when I saw gold moving like this, I was like, oh my god. And one of my friends from the Zoom just let me know that, you know what, there was something happening in USD. Unemployment claim is like, wow, out of surprise. Numbers were bad, and the pair is moving pretty hard on the upside. So after the break of the range, after the break of the top, man, it has moved about 75 pips already, and it's taking no mercy for any pullback. It's just pushing up, making wicks, pushing up. I haven't got an entry yet, but looks like it's gonna continue up here. I was thinking about taking an entry above 1805.29, but the way the candle was closed, I mean, it just retraced. It's one candle closed above the next candle, just pull below, just pull like a 20 pips pullback. And the hourly candle closing in the next 8 minutes. Pound yen still has a bullish structure in bullish structure. As long as price stays above this support, I mean this gray area, the bias hasn't changed yet. Hourly candle closing in the next 8 minutes. Wow, candles closing back in the range. This 15-minute candle rejected 151.645, and at this point in time, trying to fill the wick on the left-hand side. It can actually dive all the way down to the gray area. I mean, the bias could be buys, but the candle seems as if it can actually bounce all the way down to the gray area. Yep, 15-minute candle. Minute candle closing in the next 6 minutes. My friend Kevin on YouTube was saying 151.39 is his target. I think that's gonna be hit. Wow, if that's gonna be hit, man, that's actually really really nice support that was held, right? So hopefully we will see some bounce up from around that area. An interesting area over there. 151.390. We are in about 33 minutes away from the NYSE now, and we are 57 minutes in the New York market. So hopefully NYSE could push the prices in gold and also pound yen. So for now, I mean, gold is retracing back. So this was an impulsive push out of the news, obviously. So right now, bouncing off of that daily resistance. So 1805.29 is sort of a previously broken daily support, right? So now this area 1805.29 sort of area, 40 sort of area is a previously broken daily support, and the daily candle seems as if it has made a decent top wick, and daily candle still has chances to push down. Still has chances to push down. So will be interesting to see how gold is eventually gonna move here. 96 pip, 450. Our Moti Jar on YouTube says, can you look at WTI? I don't look at WTI, but if you can send me a chart, I can definitely have a look at it. Definitely have a look at it. And a pound yen, previous 2-hour candle obviously closed bearish. I mean, it is respecting the previous 2-hour candles. A low 4-hour candle especially finished bullish, and there are chances that this 4-hour candle could make a low before pushing up. So kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. I mean, NYSE is around the clock. So maybe NYSE could also drive the price in some sort of direction here, right? NYSE. We are 25 minutes away from the NYSE, so expecting some sort of volume in pound yen and also gold. So let's see what's gonna happen. So the unemployment claims number really bad. 51,000 more claims apparently. Ooh, so the current 4-hour candle is actually moving up nice and slow. Interestingly, we are 23 minutes away from the market open. 23 minutes away from the market open. And we are still hanging around this 151, 645 sort of a level. So I wanted to take buys above 154, 840 with volume side by side, but candles obviously closed bearish. And yeah, at this point in time, it's almost like nothing happened in the past 3 hours. Nothing. And today has been a waiting sort of a day. Wait sort of a day. Waiting day. At this point of time, pound yen, 15-minute candle moving up, trying to break the highs. I mean, it's actually moving well, so we will see how the NYSE is going to treat the price in pound yen. I want to see a break up, man. If you could break up 154.840 and eventually the high, I mean, this could be a nice day. Nishu here has sent a chart. So that's how you send a chart, right? Like Nishu. Good job, Nishu. You're trying hard, man. You're sending chart every time, which is good. Good. Buys above that area. Yep. Similar idea. Similar idea. All right, so the previous 15-minute candle actually closed above 151.645. That's a good sign. That's a good sign that the candles could actually push up. But again, at the same time, 15-minute, 30-minute is ranging side by side. So for the candles to push up, eventually it has to break this level, and I mean, we can push up. Oh, it's 151.840. 28 pips range, and eventually after 28, I mean, there's like a 40 pips target on the upside, so kind of waiting. Now for sales, I'm waiting for sales below 151.385. Ooh, pound yen pushing up nice and slow, which is good. For our candle is bullish. or on YouTube, Nasri Amari says, hello, I'm really learning from Peeling Mindset live stream session in Roger Banks. Very valuable sessions. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. All right, looks like 4-hour candle is filling the wick here without any sign. It's like just starting to push up. 115-minute candle closing above 151,645, and we are 13 minutes away from NYSE. So finally, if candles could close above 151,840, I mean, that's a good sign for me to take a buy. But for now, candles are in a range, but it seems like it's going to push up. The wave for candle is pushing up, filling the wick on the left-hand side. I mean, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. $12 more minutes left for NYSE. Ooh, gold is coming back again. Mr. Gold. Ooh, gold is retracing. Okay. Looks like gold doesn't want to move up here. Yeah, looks like pound yen is going to move up here too. Pound yen, looks like pound yen is pushing up. Mr. Pound yen pushing up. 4-hour looking nice. 2-hour also looking nice. As long as this hourly candle makes a support, closes as a support, I mean, we do have chances to push up here. So this 30-minute candle is also going to close in the next 10 minutes. And in the next 10 minutes, we're going to experience NYSE. So that's going to be a nice, nice volume time. Another volume time here. Let's see. Wow, we are pushing up nice and slow. Pushing up nice and slow. So at this point in time, what I'm thinking about is I'm actually thinking about a buy stop above this level. It's around 151.910 sort of a level. Within about yeah, the stop loss is funny because with impulsive entries, the stop loss, a big stop loss is not a good idea, right? Especially around high volume time. So yep, yuppie. Yep, looks good. 30-minute candle slowly lurking up towards that 151 840 sort of area, which is good. Our Nishu Gautam here says, how long have you been trading? Interesting question. So that answer, whatever I'm going to answer, is not going to help you trade, right? But at the same time, I do have a lot of experience. So it's actually been 4 years in total. It's going to be 4 years. But the first few years were on and off, where I was trying to flip money and I wasn't serious. So the last 2 years of my trading experience, I was pretty serious, pretty full on, and trying to learn hardcore stuff about trading and interesting results, interesting mindset at this point in time. Not just a hobby. Now actually doing it for income, right? So it's a different level, whole new different level. So when you're playing with real money for a long-term goal, it's no longer a flippy kind of thing. It's more serious. It's more to do with your plan. You have to be consistent and all, right? So that's the idea. But for what I recommend is, for any beginner traders, it's actually recommended to take trading serious. It's nothing like a flippy scene. You know, you have to kind of take it serious if you really want to learn the skill. Because if you learn the skill, the excellence is going to come later, 100%. But you have to be willing to invest your time and learn the actual skill. This is one of the hardest and highest paying skills out there. All right. And 90% of the people lose. So if you want to be the 10% among the whole demography, I mean, you have to be serious. And as you learn and as you progress, I mean, sky is the limit. As you learn and progress, sky is the limit. Five minutes left for the NYSE. 5 minutes. So I'm thinking about a buy stop of 151.910. So let's see what's gonna happen. At that point in time, I'll be anticipating volume to push the price, right? So for example, if my pending gets activated around 151.910, at that point in time, I will anticipate volume to push the price up, and my stop loss is not going to be more than 19, 18 pips, because it's an impulsive position. I know there's a lot of volume and the candles are huge, but again, at the same time, I have to manage my risk and I have to stick to my plan, right? Yep. Jackie M on YouTube says, hey, Nishu, it's not about how long a trade has been trading. It's about realizing and understanding the right way. That is actually correct. That is solid correct. And the way it's moving right now, I think NYSE is actually going to drive the price of prices in pound yen even higher. Looks like it. Jackie says I am day off today. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna hang around for another 10-15 minutes because NYSE situation here kind of looks interesting. I mean, price is still in the range, so I haven't taken a position yet. Looks like prices could push up eventually. I mean, 4-hour candle close and this 4-hour candle fill in the wick. I mean, that did make sense. Obviously, didn't get a chance to take a trade around here, but right now the pound yen is still moving up. And if the NYSE in the next 30 seconds has to offer some volume for the price to push up, I mean, it kind of makes sense. So let's see. Just a matter of seeing now. And it's pushing up. Looks like my buy stop is going to be activated. Yep. Looks like it's pushing up. Let's see. 20, 40 pips of range. Let's see if we can attack that range. So I'm going to be back in just a second. Need to go to the toilet. And I am back. I am back, sir. Pound yen retracing. Ooh. Okay. And it's pretty cold out here. Pretty cold out here. So we are 4 minutes in the NYSE, and the prices in pound yen is, yeah, Jackie M says, I think today is going to be a character building day. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Now, at this point in time, pound yen is just ranging. Nothing else except for range. Nothing else except for rangy market. Oh, my buy stop is too far away. My buy stop is too far away. Yeah, today looks like a character building day. To be honest, today looks like a real character building day. Obviously, we didn't take any funny trades right now. Prices in pound yen are rangy. 30-minute seems like it's ranging side by side. And let's see what gold is doing right now. Gold is also rangy. Nothing happening. Nothing interesting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day here, because the way the pairs are moving, it's not consistent, and it's like, yeah, my biases are turning out to be false here, invalid, right? So Jackie says, Anuj, do you think the previous day of bank holiday market tend to have a lot of volume? So here's the thing, especially around the market volume, especially around the bank holiday times, what happens is the traders and small investors speculating in the market, they are the highest dominant in the market, right? That means the liquidity is not set as if a liquidity is set by a proper bank or a tier one bank, sort of a tier bank, sort of a locked liquidity. So it's volatile. I wouldn't say a lot of volume, but I wouldn't trade when there's bank holiday. At the hours, at the times of bank holiday, I usually stay away from the market. And right now, pound yen is still rangy. Mr. Pound Yen is still rangy.
To walk like two You have magic.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, looks like a character building day here. I mean, I was waiting for volume and nothing happened. I think I'm also going to close this pending here. My pending is going to be removed. So this was a this was a certified character building day. So it was a nice day. We came to the chart. No funny trades taken, obviously, and it's still a day. It's still a trading day. You know, not every day is a day where you click button and make money. So sometimes it's just calling it a day, and at least getting out of the market without any loss, because that's one of the outcomes we want. Either a profitable day or at least a break even, right? Day. I mean, this was good. This was nothing. This was neither a profit, neither a loss. I mean, my idea of buys are still there. I'm actually, you're going to head off now, and I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it a day, and hopefully the market's going to continue its volume sort of a push tomorrow on tomorrow's section. Until then, guys, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for the love and support. And make sure the guys on the YouTube like, subscribe, and comment on the video. And thank you very much. And we'll come tomorrow, Friday, and try and attack the markets. All right. Until then, take it easy. Kevin on the YouTube says thank you. Have a good Thursday. Now I'm gonna sleep and recover because I'm a little bit sick as well. At the same time, I really do want to recover fast. So when I'm gonna recover, man, it's gonna be a whole new energy, energy in the stream. Don't worry. Until then, take it easy. And hasta la vista. Oh my God. Come on. I'm dying.